A whisper in the corridors of the Santiago Bernabéu has grown into something louder, a rumour so audacious that it forces you to reimagine Real Madrid's next decade. Florentino Perez, the man whose ambitions have repeatedly reshaped this club, is said to be weighing a single brutal idea. A direct swap that would send Vinícius Jr. the other way and bring Erling Haaland in as Real's new centrepiece. On paper it reads like an impossible negotiation, an exchange of styles and stories. One player is flame and improvisation, raw joy stitched into every dribble. The other is a factory of goals, muscle and timing wrapped into an unstoppable instinct. To even discuss trading Vinícius is to confront the heart of what supporters value. The carnival, the homegrown narrative, the way a winger's sprint can make 80,000 people at the Bernabéu explode in unison. But Florentino's mind rarely stops at sentiment alone. He sees squads as projects, trophies as measurements, windows as brief opportunities to tilt history in his favour. Haaland, for all the romance that Vinícius carries, represents a different certainty. An almost mechanical delivery of goals, a focal point teams can build around, a literal guarantee that changes the calculus in tight Champions League nights. If the board is truly entertaining this swap, it signals a club-wide question about identity. Do you double down on creative chaos that electrifies stadiums and occasionally misfires, or do you anchor your attack in a figure whose numbers rarely ask for explanation? The sporting leaders will weigh fitting him into a system that already houses elite creators. Would Haaland complement the current forwards or demand tactical surgery? For some coaches, the answer is obvious. A natural goalscorer frees up space, draws defenders and elevates teammates. For others, trading a winger who breaks lines, drags fullbacks and produces the kind of moments that become club legend undermines the subtle balance that made Madrid tick in many of their greatest nights. Off the pitch, the arithmetic changes again. Vinícius is a marketable star with emotional capital. His connection with the fan base is immediate and visual, a narrative asset that drives merchandise and global support. Haaland is a commercial titan in his own right, but he projects a different image, relentless, clinical, headline-friendly, in a way that primes trophy boardrooms love. Sponsorships, shirt sales, global branding, each path offers rewards, but different ones. And then there is the human dimension, the locker room chemistry, and the message sent to youth prospects. Do you promise flair or do you promise peak efficiency? For Madrid's academy graduates watching from Valdebebas, the choice matters. Even imagining such a swap shows us how the modern transfer market has evolved. Where once money alone bought marquee names, today elite clubs consider creative deals that redistribute value across players, image and potential tax on squad harmony. Rumours like this also force rivals to adjust their strategies. If Madrid truly banks on Haaland, defenders in La Liga will prepare for a new archetype at the top of a formation. If they keep Vinícius, other teams must plan for unpredictable bursts of magic rather than a single finishing funnel. At heart, this is more than a transaction. It's a question about what Real Madrid wants to be when the stadium lights feel the heaviest. Is the next era defined by artistic risk and the cultivation of homegrown heroes, or by calibrating every inch of attack toward results with a superstar finisher at the centre? Florentino's reputation is built on both imagination and ruthless pragmatism. He has made decisions that delighted and decisions that provoked howls. That tension is the fuel behind headlines like these. Fans will rage, pundits will debate, and analysts will draw spreadsheets, but the crucial point remains human. Whichever path they choose will shape the club's stories for years. For now the idea lives in speculation and strategy meetings. No ink, no contract, only the whisper that a man who has long chased the next great move might be ready to bet the club's musical heartbeat on a new kind of certainty. Whether Vinícius remains the emblem of Madridian flair or becomes the currency that buys a different dream, the debate itself reveals how high the stakes are. This is not just about two players swapping shirts, it's about whether Real will answer today's pull towards spectacle with the promise of ruthless efficiency, and whether that answer will satisfy a generation that still believes football is as much about poetry as it is about trophies.